this is Debbie Perry from Salt Lake Running Company, and today we'll be making a mixed green basic salad. This is a salad that at our house we usually make probably about 2, 3, sometimes even 4 times a week, and then sometimes I'll just do it really simply on a plate for lunch for myself at home. The basic thing that we start with is the mix, the spring mix. You know, a nice box of spring mix. We always have a box or 2 around the house, and you take it out, just plop it right in the bowl. It's pre-washed, really easy. And then after that, I start thinking about what am I going to put with all of this spring mix that I have. Usually I'm going to choose at least one vegetable, and a popular vegetable that I'm going to choose will be just some chopped cucumber right here. And you can chop these pieces however you want. Everybody has their preferences. I personally like bite size or less, so when I pick up a forkful of most anything, then I'm going to have not just one thing on my fork. So, and then today I'm going to go ahead and add some chopped cherry tomatoes. I've discovered out of season that cherry tomatoes are usually the most flavorful. So we usually have a lot of cherry tomatoes around. So I'm going to chop some of those, put those in. And then once I've decided on the couple vegetables I'm going to put in the bowl, then I'm going to go ahead and decide actually on a fruit. And I discovered after going to some of my favorite restaurants that one of my favorite things about a good salad is the fruit that they put in the salad. You could choose anything from grapes or chopped apples, and today I will put pears. I like to put strawberries in here. Again, kind of just depends on what I have on hand. So here's some pear. If you have no fruit, fresh fruit on hand, sometimes when I'm running low, but I just still trying to make a salad, I usually have craisins around. A lot of people will have a bag of craisins. It'll add some nice color, a little bit of tangy pop to it with a little bit of tart sweetness. So I'm going to put some craisins in there. And then again, a lot of times I'll pick a nut to put in there. It just helps make the salad a little bit more hearty. So I'm going to put in a handful of walnuts. Again, you have choices. You can do any kind of nut. You can add pumpkin seeds if you want to add some seeds, or some sunflower seeds. And those are things that are really easy to keep bags of in the house. So it's not too hard just to pull a handful out and just sprinkle that right in. So once I've picked 1 or 2 vegetables, 1 or 2 fruits, maybe a nut, then sometimes I'm going to go ahead and put a little bit of cheese on it. I really like a good feta cheese. You can also get the hard cheeses if you want to, and grate like a Parmesan, a fresh Parmesan or a Romano, or even like a feta, you could go get some goat cheese and put some goat cheese on there. So I'll put a little bit more. So usually before I put a dressing on, I'm going to kind of look at my salad and I'm going to look at the colors. So that's one of the things that's going to determine what fruits and vegetables I'm putting in there, is if the color looks really nice. I like to have reds. You're usually going to obviously have greens in there. And with a spring mix, you have the purple leaves and it looks really nice and really pretty. So now we'll go on to adding a dressing. And I think, if I think about it, it's probably been a couple of years since I've bought a dressing from the store. And a lot of people cringe at that and they think, oh my gosh, I've got to make something else. But you know what? The easiest thing to do is just to sprinkle it on. And I finally realized something from when I was a little girl, and my stepmother, who is from Switzerland, would do this every time we ate. And so you just get a really nice quality olive oil, and you just sprinkle some over the top. And I'm not really going to give you an amount. You just sprinkle it pretty generously over the top of it. If you make a really big bowl that's really deep, then you'll have to sprinkle more over the top. You just keep kind of going because your bowl's really deep. And you have a lot to cover. So I'll sprinkle the extra virgin olive oil over the top. And then you pick something to go with your olive oil. You know, a really popular thing to pick with the olive oil is going to be a basic balsamic. And this is one of those ingredients where it's a good idea to kind of experiment to find a really well-flavored balsamic vinegar. So this is just a standard balsamic. And one of the other ones that we've recently found is a balsamic that was aged in a cherry wood. And it is a little more red, and it has definitely a kind of a much sweeter, bolder flavor. But if you choose that really well, then it's very easy to make a really, really tasty homemade salad dressing. And if you're not into balsamic, you can use a red wine vinegar, or you can even just fresh squeeze lemon over the top, maybe a little bit of lime if you're doing something more citrusy. So you have a lot of options. and even with your oil, then you can also get some of the flavored olive oils. And this one is a Tuscan herb, which would go wonderful, really, really wonderful with this salad that we're making. So good oil, a good balsamic vinegar, red wine vinegar, or lemon, and then some salt, like a good sea salt that has, you know, a lot of the other minerals. It has a little bit more fuller flavor than a normal salt. And then some fresh ground pepper over the top of that. Again, you know, the pepper will just help to kind of bring alive some of the other flavors that you have going on in here. And then one of my favorite salad pieces of equipment are my salad claws, because I don't know about you, but doing the fork and the spoon thing just doesn't work out for me. So I'm just gonna pull out these salad claws. Corey Holly actually introduced these to me, and I've been hooked ever since. They're usually like $5 at Target. You can just go to a local, you know, store like that and find them. So I've gone through these and love these, give them out as Christmas presents. So you give it a nice good mix, and then when you're done, you should have a really nice, really pretty, colorful blended salad. Okay, now that we've just mixed this all up, let me show you really quickly what this kind of looks like on a plate. So if you decide to have this on the, you know, along with the main course, you're still going to be putting quite a bit of the salad out on the plate. And so at our house, this is a typical child serving of salad, you know, under 12 years old. And then, you know, for an adult, we're gonna about double that. So we're really taking up almost half the plate in a really nice sized salad. So this amount that I've made is really only gonna feed 3 to 4 adults. And then obviously as a main course, it's gonna be the whole plate. I'd add, you know, a little bit more. And then, you know, whether you do a main course lunch or a main course dinner as your salad, then you're going to be putting some extra protein on here, like chicken or turkey, or, you know, just having even some leftover meat on the side would be just fine. And then you're more than welcome to add some type of carbohydrate source if you absolutely need some more carbohydrate. It's a form of, you know, leftover potatoes, or maybe if you have wild rice, whatever that you have in your fridge to add to that. So this is about a pretty healthy serving of a salad that most people should be having about every day. For athletes, you need a lot of the nutrients that are in this salad. This is very nutrient dense, and something to definitely add to your daily diet. So that's our mixed green salad, and feel free to go to the website saltlakerunningco.com for the full recipe and other information, and leave any comments, any questions, or any suggestions on how you've done this at home. Thank you.